this episode of Fixing That Up here, we're going to be installing a handle on here to help get this out of gear. You had to make this wheel down here just to get it to where it would stay in gear, because it kept coming out of gear while we were tilling up there. And now it's extremely hard to get it back out of gear. So we're going to put a handle on here.
Put 2 springs on there.
Oh yeah, also had to get it the 2 springs on there just to keep it down here in gear. So this handle we've marked off here, going to go right there where our drill point's going to be. Already got that punched.
That handle come off old front time tiller.
Here's the handle we're going to be installing right here. I'm going to go ahead and get started on it. Alright, plan B, just going to go for it and go up a little, right there.
This is where it's going to get critical. I'm still not in the center by my eyeball. I'm more down at the bottom. What are you doing?
All depends on how you look at it.
Now, coming through is going to be the dude ball.
Down a little, down a little, down a little, right there. Down a little, right there. Down a little. Down. Down a little bit, right there.
I'm going to have to get the other drill.
Down, right there. Little burr removal.
Flash.
Alright, time to install the handle. And this ain't solid enough to center punch. Center punch in here, the roller assembly. This is what the end of the cable is going to hook to. And then run up to the handle.
We might drill that, we might not. Too close to that other stuff.
Yeah, it's in a pinch. We'll see.
I'm keeping it this way. You got to keep it the other way, if that's possible.
You're gonna have to go up with the back, right? Up more, right there. Yeah.
Tell me up and down, because I'm this way.
Down, down, right there. Now running the 1/4 inch bit through.
You're right.
Go ahead.
Let's get the air hole and give that a roll.
Alright. Putting in the eyebolt.
You want to say all that over again?
Putting in the eyebolt. Installing the eyebolt. Yeah, that one spring there just wasn't keeping it in drive. Had to end up putting another one on there. And that certainly will keep her in drive, but it's
same thing with that one. Even when it had one spring, you couldn't keep it in drive, and then when you tried to take it out, it's the same scenario. You had to beat the handle.
run out of ratchet length, socket length I should say. Had to get the old wrench on it.
Oh, we got to do some measuring on this cable. And since this is in the center, I don't know what to do about that. We'll have to figure that out.
Now the eyebolt is installed. Let's get to planning on this. Alright, let's see if we can put on some of these cable clamps with one hand. I'm going to use two on here. I got the other one slid down the cable already. Alright, now for tightening them up, and I will not be doing that by myself with one hand unless I had a tripod. Go ahead and get the ratchet set up.
Any pliers out here?
Slide this other one on up. I don't even think I brought out pliers yet. Get it somewhere in the ballpark right quick.
Door shut.
Yeah, I heard a door shut too. Door shuts around here, it's worth investigating.
Yeah, we'll see.
So we're going to try this with this spring on here. Let's see if this works. If it doesn't, I'm going to go away from the spring idea and try it with the, we got some adjustment here also with these little chains. If it doesn't work, we're going to go off the spring and we're going to end up using a little S-hook of some kind. So let's give it a shot. See if there's any motion going on.
Too hard. Way too hard. I'll give it the S-hook.
I'm trying the S-hook. Alright, find us an S-hook right quick. Alright, back with the S-hook. If we can show the thing here. Almost.
Screwdriver.
There's the little S-hook installed. Now let's back away so we can try that.
Let's hit the hole. Not enough leverage.
Not enough leverage.
That cable slip. And it's going around here.
That's true.
More friction. I don't want to have to do that. Need more leverage.
Alright, think about that for a second. Well, after much deliberation, we have decided to put a little pulley up here on the opposite side of this. Let me get the camera over here somewhere near it. And gonna put in another hole right here and have the cable come down through here, back around here, so it can pull it this way toward the motor. And that should take the pressure off of her. It'll be pulling back this way. And we're gonna go ahead and try that. Got to repunch this, obviously, drill it out, figure out a way to put this onto here. That is a no-go on the plan there on the back. We have deliberated even more and decided to go with getting another bolt here that's longer, running it through and putting the wheel on here and trying it, since this moves up and down with it, going from here right to here. It'd be a whole lot better leverage point. It'd pull it straight back instead of where it was trying to pull it upwards, kind of at an angle. Well, down here, dummy. It's trying to pull it kind of at an angle. It will pull it directly. Well, a whole lot more direct at least. We're gonna go with that now. Alright, here's the next plan in progress. I think we're up to plan D. There's an idler pulley off a car. Got this longer bolt here just to take the place of the original one that went through. Old lock washer on there. Going through there, that's just old threaded rod we found. Okay, that's her so far. Let's get to the next step of this by putting it back in the cable. Well, this here is our latest failed attempt. Got the pulley on here. Got it going here. Got this big old, the clasp on it right there is hitting the pulley. It's one problem, obviously. But even with the clasp not there, it's just not smooth when you grip it up there. We're going tomorrow to try to put it on a lower position down there for more leverage. Alright. Decided now we're going to weld this, if I can find it, this little eyebolt right here with the MIG onto this piece here. She is in front of the fan, cooling off a little bit. There she is, back on again. We decided while we were doing this to go ahead and drill out this hole here. We're going to put a piece through there. Sick of fighting those springs on and off there. They had a tiny little hole in there. And he was having to stretch out the springs there and mess them up a little bit to get them in and out every time. Alright, here's with the new springs on here, the spring holder at the top. They look so much nicer too, going up straight through there. They're hooking back here and going up here to this threaded rod we got in here with 2 lock nuts on each end. Well, we're still in prototype mode.
First try.
There's the handle on here.
Now it's working.
Ah, excellent.
Now we have to slide that thing.
Squeeze that handle real slow. Squeeze that handle real slow. Let me see how she's working down here. Without lifting it up, I mean. If you can. Ooh.
Well, you got to pull up on it and use the handle rope.
Right. I'm just saying I was wanting to get a shot of it here for the camera.
And that knob will hurt you.
Yeah, now we'll have to try that out here. This knob on here might end up hurting this top knob right here might end up hurting your hand. Might have to put something a little smoother on there. We shall see. I'm gonna take it for a live run and see how she does. Because it is different when it's crunk up and it's plowing. It is different.
Yeah, it is.
Different to put in and out of gear for sure. Let's take her for a run. don't believe now we're even going to mess with that handle on there, the knob itself, because that's so easy. A child could do it. It's so easy, even a girl can do it. Thanks for watching Fixing That Up. We hope to see you again next time.